I achieved 13.81% in the stock market in one day without using leverage. So when it comes to achieving big returns in the stock market, most investors and traders think that they need to use leverage in order to achieve those kind of returns in the stock market. So what do I mean? Let's take a look at the example of the S&P 500. If we take a look at the S&P 500, on its most recent trading session, the S&P 500 achieved a return of 2.22%, which is quite a decent amount of returns in a single day. So if the S&P 500 achieve a gain of 2.22% in a single day, then in order to achieve 2, 3, 4 or even 5 times the returns that the S&P 500 achieved, you need to use leverage. But in this video, I'll be showing you how I managed to achieve 6 times the return of the S&P 500 without using leverage. But before we begin, if you are new to this channel, my name is Linus, and in this channel I share all things related to the stock market, so both investing and trading. If you want more videos such as this, make sure you subscribe to my channel because each week I release 2 new videos about investing, trading and the stock market. Alright, so before I review to you the stock that I traded to get me that kind of returns, let me give you a bit of context of the market right now. The markets have been performing quite badly in recent weeks and recent months. And this is because of the high inflation rate and the Russia-Ukraine conflict. And if we take a look at how the S&P 500 has performed in recent weeks and recent months, so from the top over here to where prices are currently at, we see that the S&P 500 has declined by about 10%. So the stock market hasn't been performing well. But that doesn't mean you cannot profit in the stock market even during these times, as long as you know how to identify the right stocks and enter at the right time. So I'll be showing you a perfect example right now. So if you take a look at this stock, this was a stock that I traded that helped me achieve 13.82% returns in a single day without using leverage. So if you take a look at this stock over here, this stock managed to achieve 26.88% returns in yesterday's trading session. While I did not manage to catch the whole move, I did however manage to catch a part of the move to give me quite a decent returns in just a single trading session. And that's the point that I'm trying to show you. Even though the stock market may not be performing well, yes, though the stock market did perform relatively well in yesterday's trading session, it hasn't been performing well in the past few weeks and months. And during that period, I was still able to identify these kind of stocks to give me a decent amount of returns every single week. So let me now show you the proof that I managed to catch a decent amount of returns from this stock. So if you take a look over here, this is a screenshot of the trades that I took yesterday. So over here, you could see that I bought the stock SGLY for a price of 8.11. So that was the price that I entered my position in SGLY. And if we take a look at the row below, it shows that I sold my positions in SGLY after that, at a price of $9.23. So let's calculate my returns based on my entry and exit price. So we use a calculator over here. So the exit price is $9.23 and I entered my position at $8.11. So that is the profit, and we divide it by the price that I entered, which is 8.11. So that will give us a return of 13.81%. And if you take a look at this screenshot tells you the time I entered SGLY and the time that I exited my position. So over here you can see that I entered SGLY on March 16th, which was the previous day, and I also sold my position on the same day. So I managed to achieve a return of 13.81% in the stock market in just one day. In fact, if you take a look over here, it's less than even one day. It was less than 40 minutes. I entered at 9:38 and I exited at 10:11. So that is less than 40 minutes. And again, if you take a look over here, I did not use any leverage to achieve this return of 13.81%. 9.23 is the price that I exited my stock at, and $8.11 is the price that I entered the stock. And just by trading in stocks, I managed to achieve a return of 13.81%, even while the S&P 500 only achieved a return of 2.22%. I'm not trying to show off, but what I'm trying to prove to you is that you do not need to use leverage in the stock market to achieve returns that are 2, 3, 4, 5 or even 6 times the returns of the market index. What you need is a combination of the right strategy, risk management and the discipline to follow the first two. So if you have enjoyed and learned something from this video, smash that like button because it will really help the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you want more weekly stock ideas and tips, make sure you join my Facebook and Telegram groups because in those groups I share with you my weekly stock ideas, tips and news updates about the markets. And you can join those groups by clicking on the link down in the description below. I'll see you in the other videos to your financial success.